Here we go, Richmond and Sydney. Buddy Franklin is, well, everyone in the footy world's a bit disappointed that he won't be at the mighty MCG. He'll get there at some stage, but there's plenty of superstars still involved in this big game. I tell you, the Sydney Swans, they are front and square right now.
Let the young boys loose, Gaz.
Let them loose against the benchmark. Hey, we've got an interesting game here. 8 points of margin in favour of Collingwood, so much at stake. Pressure rating way down. It's a different look. We know that, the game. This hasn't been the manic pressure game that we thought. That man there needs a little bit of a pat on the back. He's gone 2 goals, 2 goals. He's got 2 goals in the first half already. Cops a lot of criticism. We were screaming at him to get him deeper. He's going along nicely.
Yeah, he's been pretty good. He's their target. You just want him to look forward and go a bit quicker. There doesn't seem to be a lot of urgency, especially in Collingwood's ball movement. There was in Brisbane's game the last 10 minutes of that second quarter.
Pressure rating down, Nick. Is he going to get a bit more frantic in this second half?
You'd like to think so when you consider what's at stake for both of these teams here. Collingwood have got to find a way to capitalise on the Brodie-Grundy dominance. They absolutely smashed them in that part of the ground but didn't get rewarded.
This matchup, Danaher got the votes, I think, in the first half. Can Darcy Moore hit back? Plenty to talk about. We'll see you after the final siren.
So really, really good contest, BT.
Good on you, Richo. Back and ready to go. Umpire Matty Nichols, the best bouncer in the business. Not his best, but he let it go. He has a crack, picks it up magnificently off his laces, runs, tries to swat lines away. Not successful. Picked up by Lockie Neal. Little handball goes backwards there to Fullerton. High ball couldn't mark it, Robertson. Picked up by Zorko. Shrugs the back a little. Got the little handball backwards to Starcevic. And out of trouble here with Mitch Robinson.
Over the top to Berry, to about 70 metres. Top of the square, Danaher, a rough head, Danaher, now a chance for Bailey. Howe desperately towards the boundary line. Umpire, he's going to
throw it in. Jordan's right there, thank you.
He had one intention, didn't he?
Jordan right there.
Joe,
let's have a look.
Brodie and Joe, thank you.
Yeah.
May have went past his left knee.
Jordan had to be quick. So Danaher, well, I think he was doing the rucking, but turned around and saw Grundy come at him. Bailey,
What a tackle.
picked off by a couple of pies somehow. Adams boot the ball, Lyons floats towards the boundary line. Quainer made a certainty of it, just back into the middle. The Lyons tackle and the Neal pickup. They're on the back foot, suddenly they're doing the attacking.
And the Jeremy Howe tackle at the end there.
Play on.
High intensity from Howe. Seen him rush in a couple of times tonight and apply a ripper. All knocked away here. He'll probably find the boundary line at will.
We talked a lot about, the ball movement and being free-flowing, but tonight's game's been a different style of game, but equally as enjoyable because of the intensity, and the ball is still moving around, but you can see the physicality in the game, and both these teams obviously desperate to get the win.
Grundy and Fullerton. Grundy got his own ruck work, did well. DeGoey having a run on the ball here at the moment. High ball to the wing, punched away there by Myercheck from behind Adams. Little handball comes to Brown, to Pendlebury. Long one over the top, side bottom. Miss Myercheck, who was very close. Needs a clean pick-up. Got it on the non-preferred. Not so good. Cut up by Leicester.
Play on. Stand. Play on.
So Starcevic back to Birchall. And through the middle. Can the Lions get a roll on here? McCluggage has some help running by, and Rich. Kick's got to be good. Couple of pies, but Jeremy Howe, as he often does, controls the air.
His athleticism just allows him to zone and cover so much more space because of his ability to be able to take the ball at its highest point in the air.
And if you're playing on Moore or Howe, you need to go and find the body to stop him from jumping.
Quainer from 60, out the back, little chance, Hoskin Elliott, now Dacos, dangerous hands again, Dacos!
Harris Andrews just letting him know that he may have had a teammate or two in the middle.
Yep. It was, well, it was hard from there, wasn't it? Zorko.
Defenders are really good at pointing that out.
Exploring defenders, Hodgie.
Bailey came from Robertson. Ends with Danaher. He can go all the way from here. 52 out. Very unselfish centering ball to Cameron. Really good kick. Excellent kick. He told Cameron where the space was with the style of kick that he floated in there.
Charlie, that's it now.
That's right, BT. It was a beautiful kick because Quainer actually played it quite well. He was covering 2 Brisbane forwards and didn't really give up either of them. So Joey's ability to hit the kick from Cameron from 50 metres away.
Difficult to run around from here. this position. He's just going to go straight at it. Kick his second, and he misses. No real preparation, just a few metres off the man on the mark. Had no real goal-kicking technique, if you like. So used to kicking around the corner. Now Adams. Short ball in the pocket, finds Roughhead.
Stand. Play on.
Maynard didn't have to break stride. Beautiful ball to De Goey.
Stand. Play on.
Lyons just watching as De Goey crept close and then towards half forward again. Myercheck, both he and Adams lost their feet. Rich, easy pick off. Robinson swung it wide. Starcevic down the line onto the chest of Hipwood.
Clear out, please.
Good contest by Adams there just to affect the ball. He was running back off balance. Brought it to ground.
Danaher sets himself, big fly. His name written all over it, a long way out. Now Danaher thumps the ball to the last line. Cameron! Not often you outmark Howe. And Howe will be filthy. He said, that's what I do.
And if you watch Cameron then, he was more worried about Howe jumping. He's jumped up looking at Howe and somehow turned around mid-air, taken an absolute magnificent mark.
What about the kick? Prodigious, wasn't it?
It was about 80 metres.
Yeah. It's a ripper.
So suddenly, it's just a two-point game. We'll have to have another look at where Danaher unloaded the harpoon from. But it was a long, long way.
Well, both him and Hip would have those big raking left footers, but I'm tipping he didn't see Charlie Cameron at all.
No, he was heading for home.
If you've got Jeremy Howe there, you're not just kicking at the top of the goal square for him to teammate to do something.
Howe and Cameron, I'll go to Charlie. No chance.
Having played with Joey, I can attest that that's how it works. Just two spectacular marks. Joey Danaher just wheels and goes and looks, and you're right, Hodgie, he was searching for where Jeremy Howe was, but Cameron got the better of it and then just judged it beautifully in the air.
Charlie Cameron's one of the best I've seen at being able to manoeuvre his opponent, whether he's on his back or on his side or jumping and turning blind. He's got a knack, an unbelievable ability to know where the ball's going to land.
Well, he's moved up to Queensland, Joey, and he's the headed Noble boy up there and just getting the job done.
It's a nice drop as well, the Noble boy.
Yes, he's gone up there and sales are booming in Queensland, and here they go once again. So he was pretty happy with his work there, although he's just not so good in amongst four Collingwood players. Quaynor, little kick over the top, finds an opportunity with Callum Brown. So at half-back, so Collingwood under real pressure now, just a two-point lead here. Brown at half-back. Quaynor's just snuck up. Pendlebury as well, been exceptional tonight, leads all possessions. It's his 20th touch. Scott Pendlebury, the superstar. Sideways to Howe. Roughhead's on wider, but he just wants to take a little bit of meatage with Quaynor to Noble. Now Noble under pressure here from Birchall. Turned him inside out. Noble gets around him, thumps a long ball. Here comes Myercheck. Outmanoeuvred and gives away the free against Andrews. And Andrews wins the free for this.
Probably not the first action, but the second.
Yeah, just followed on and got him high.
So the Lions, who are off the fairway and in the rough, have found a way. They kick the last three of the second, the first of the third, and suddenly 25 points becomes 2. 7-4, 7-2. Lions have got a second win. Grundy. In the end, Fullerton had a great chance at it, left it behind. Hipwood started to rove, went through a few pies, just handballed to Robinson, who spirals it forward. Quaynor in the right spot. Eases one over the top to Roughhead, who's got a length or two on Danaher, happy to take a running bounce, goes backwards, draws Danaher to him, and then gives it to Howe, who runs the line. Kick, not perfect. Andrews and De Goey has it split between them. Andrews, little give, this time Payne. Kick, finds his man. Robertson, the youngster, game 2.
Andrews is starting to have a real impact down back, intercept marking and intercept possessions.
Kick the last 4. They've got to win this game. Got the Dogs next week. They play Richmond twice this year. It is just a must win for them at the moment. And they're making a good fist of it. Darcy Moore kept it alive. Grundy, handball intercepted by Robertson. Beautiful fake there by McCarthy. He had his legs taken, so he'll win the free. They are pressing here big time.
Stand. Probably a bit stiff there. Grundy was on the ground.
Yeah,
fell over him.
Completely unintentional, but his legs were taken out from underneath him.
McCarthy told to go. Danaher backing away here. Needed a bit of a run at it. Didn't get it. Go at it. Madgens just stood tall. No one really jumped. Plucked it in the two Dukes. Kick out wide. He had a rough head. Living dangerously here at the moment. Pressure being applied by Brisbane. Here's a little out chance for the Pies. Moore didn't get it the way he wanted it. Kicked it straight to Lyons. Little bit of a fumble. Main's there. Payne is there. Lyons waiting for the troops to arrive. Got the little kick out of the pack. They're alive here, Brisbane. Hipwood centering ball. Gee, Cameron's got a lot to do there. Moore crashed over the top. Cameron was left standing, and Collingwood survived just.
Tyler Brown, he's got a couple of pairs converging, but the pace, the youngster in Robertson. Devon Robertson, happy to retreat, finds Birchall. Fullerton, he's on the end of it. Sy couldn't shut it down.
Collingwood have got a few spares back, so they just need to be cautious where they kick this. Probably smart to go into the pocket, just so they can defend it.
Tom Fullerton, a little off the kick. Hipwood, not really, and then Noble. A bounce, read it well. Thomas, Birchall, ball to be won. Grundy leads Robertson to it, gets a handball away, not cleanly though to Sy. Second effort was terrific. Pendlebury, low, little ball spills from Brown to Sy. Umpire called it.
You were calling for it, Jared. Come on.
Archie towards the square. Big fly from McCarthy. Has it touched anyone? Danaher somehow keeps it in. Dances inside and misses his boot.
Danaher's got to give that to Mitch Robinson. He was by himself. He's got to send it to the top of the goal square.
Oh, he went for the all or nothing there. Danaher got caught on that occasion. In the meantime, on the rebound here is Collingwood. Can they keep going? Hoskinell out, wheels and goes. Long hammering ball. One-on-one again. Dacus against the bigger man. Ball hits the deck. Got a couple. Andrews tried to back out of the back of the ball. Got it off to Birchall. Pressure now. Birchall hanging handball to Leicester. Leicester to Andrews. Momentarily out of trouble. Or can they go forward and respond here with Zorko?
Tiny little moments, handballs, just getting there, fist to it, inches in it. Again, the Lions get out of trouble.
Intensity certainly lift, isn't it?
Yeah.
In this the start of this third quarter, Brisbane are really putting this Collingwood team under pressure.
Leicester picks off Robertson. Short ball is on if he wants it. Going to ignore Starcevic, ignore McCarthy. No.
Joey's got a mismatch here with Quainer.
It's Fullerton who's chosen. Howe over the top, doesn't get a fist to it, but the Pies. Main hit late. They're happy to take the advantage. Now it's going to come back.
That's okay, you're unlucky. No, I went to tap the ball. That's okay, yeah, you got him high.
Main went low. Cameron just tried to get out of the way. Umpire said it's okay.
It's just unlucky.
Doctor, I think, wants him to come from the ground under concussion, but Main's saying no way.
Well, he was concussed in late Feb, I think.
He's saying I'm all right. So the umpire is waiting for the all clear from the doctor then.
Yeah.
So I was always under the understanding that if a doctor tells you to come off, you've got to go, whether you want to stay as a player or not. If it's for concussion reasons, you have to do what the doctor says.
Yeah. I think Main was disputing the concussion factor. That was probably the difference.
Most players do though.
Brown, side bottom. Here comes Cox. Gee, that's a magnificent hit. Great lead and great hands from the big man. Turns around, sends this baller in helicopter style. Not so good. Knocked away by Zorko. The counter-attack is on here for Brisbane. They'll go out wide. The free downfield will land with Archie. And Archie slows it down.
They've got what they want at the moment, Brisbane. They've been winning the contest, keeping it in their forward half, and that allows this man to run his own race down back. That's not good, though.
Ends up with side bottom. Tackle from Archie. Well, it was brilliant. They've taken the advantage and the umpires called it back. Pies fans disagree. I've seen the replay on the screen.
Stand, Chris. Play on.
Payne back to Andrews.
Stand well, thank you.
Andrews a couple of options. Decides to go with Zorko.
Stand.
Last 4 of the match to the Lions. Cox's goal got the Pies out to a 25-point lead. Hipwood, Cameron and Danaher late in the second. And the Lions started the third with a Charlie Cameron goal. Well, Unrich-like.
Not great. There are some nervy little kicks.
Touched off the boot.
Touched off the boot, says the boundary umpire. See Jack Crisp, bottom right, waiting to come on in the interchange gates there. Mason Cox, double-handed down to Pendlebury, couldn't quite handle it. Bailey, Rich. Gone. That's a free kick going Sire's way. There'll be no advantage here.
Collingwood, straight back. Time back on.
Bailey wasting valuable seconds in getting the ball back. Professionally done.
I reckon he went to acting school, Bailey.
Yep, it was pretty good. Did it nicely. Sire on the head of Myercheck. Cox from behind went the spoil. Thought he might have gone the mark. Out the back, a very rush handball from Payne it was. Leicester with a very high ball. Up they fly. McCarthy was able to get a fist to it and punch it deep into the third row. We'll throw it in. So 7:28 remaining in the third. Collingwood by 2 points.
We'll just have a look here at the Telstra tracker, and we talked about Joey Danaher trying to get Darcy Moore up the ground, getting him to mess where he can. There's more people around him, so he can be less effective with his ability to run and carry and springboard their attack. And Joey's been able to find the ball.
Lyons to Adams, into trouble. Tackle from Myercheck was rock solid.
Thanks, boys. Thank you.
7 goals from the Pies from 20 entries, none from their last 14. Make it 15 and less. No, back out again it goes. Maynard hacks it over the top. Chance for Myercheck. Free kick which way? Harris Andrews studies the tape.
If you look at this stoppage, I'm not sure how Collingwood person can be by himself inside your forward 50. That's the spot where no matter whether you're a midfielder or a defender, you've got to pick up a man. You can't leave him free. Once again, it's an easy little tap down. They get a clearance and their forwards having a shot.
Myercheck become very good at this craft as a pie. Just what the doctor ordered. Back to 8 points. Breaks the run of Brisbane goals. Hard to argue in the replay when you saw Harris Andrews' left arm wrapped around Myercheck's chest. He put his case in, looked to the replay screen, stopped arguing his case.
Sometimes the video evidence will do that for
Yes, you sort of got me.
Yeah.
And this is what I was talking about there. I think it might have been Zorko who was just off here, who, as we were saying, in the D50, all it takes is a clean clearance out, back to the winger where they've had so much effect tonight with getting clearances from there. Surge kick in forward 50, which puts your defenders under pressure. And they said he's improved his goal kicking that much.
Well, Mayne was just in animated discussion then, Richo, with the doctors down there on the bench.
Yeah, he was, BT, so we'll keep an eye on that and see whether he's got to stay off for a concussion protocol.
So I think the fact he didn't come off straight away probably means he'll escape that, but keep an eye on it. McCarthy goes forward. Gee, Danaher jumped early, but he was still in the race to win it. Off hands, McCluggage, great tackle. Howe, he's had 3 rippers. Cameron could have gone on the left. Heard the call from Robinson behind him. Had to go back and try and find it. Little knock-on effect there. Well done by the Brisbane Lions. Cameron got it back to Robinson. Here they go, Crisp through traffic. McCluggage just hung on. Noble against the boundary line. They're applying heaps of pressure here at the moment. They're going to come back and have another go. Mitch Robinson didn't have it. It'll be a free game the way of the Lions. They'll want to work it quickly and keep the pressure on here. Go quick. And beautiful kick. And Cluggage will mark within range.
And there goes Chris Mayne, BT.
Yes.
He's going down the rooms with the dog.
So, Richo, that will be 20.
Yes.
Well, that is amazing because he spent another couple of minutes on the ground after he was asked to come off.
It's your line. Stand.
So McCluggage now.
Seconds gone.
45-degree angle. Kick of 35 metres. Right behind him. Just aimed dead at the middle. And he has, and that's magnificent. No problems at all. McCluggage kicks a big one. So they have kicked 5 of the last 6 goals here now. The Lions, they trail by 2. 16 goals collectively kicked. Very straight kicking tonight. 8-2 by Brisbane to 8-4 Collingwood. Good game, cracking game of footy.
We talked about the matchup between these two athletic young key forward, key defender, Moore and Danaher on 2 occasions, and then the kick inside by Mitch Robinson just lowered the eyes beautifully, and there wasn't a lot of space there for McCluggage, but he found the pocket, and then being able to have the man on the mark stand still means he could roll and then pierce that kick, when other times he would have had to kick over hands.
And you could see how Collingwood dropped a couple of people back as well. They had Grundy and also Madsen.
McCluggage knew how big that kick was, back to 2. Meanwhile, the debutant sitting there thinking, am I going to get on here?
Well, McCreary, I think he has to wait the 20 minutes before he's allowed to come on, regardless of what the decision is. I think that's the way it goes.
Adams just arches his back, gets you out of trouble. Side bottom, picks up a loose kick. Side bottom again, gets it back, tumbles it towards half forward. Hoskin Elliott, clever little slap, wanted Si, found him. He runs into a couple of Lions.
Mitch Robinson's been really good tonight, Hodgie. When things weren't going well for them in periods of that first half, he stepped up physically, and then he just continues to fight and compete. He's a wonderful player to play with, because you know what you're going to get. He's going to get effort all the time.
Important intercept from Archie. Spirals the ball. Rough head. Back against Ballenden. Now through the middle, the Pies go. Maynard rolls onto that left of his. Couple of Pies on the outer side. Going back with it. Brown.
Stand.
Cal might use Madgen. No.
Move it on. Play on.
Told to play on. Rich might not have heard it. Stayed flat foot. Now Grundy. The kick from about 45. 15 or so in from the boundary.
Ryan. Thank you. Stand.
And that was just showing his experience on Tommy Fullerton. Ran a nice little fat side lead all the way, and with his height and strength, he's not going to get there. He had Ryan Lester, who identified that he was out in front of Fullerton and tried to intercept, but just couldn't get it. Too big and too strong.
Fullerton looked like he was stretching a little bit of cramp as well, whether or not Grundy's just working him over.
Hasn't kicked a goal so far this year. Hasn't scored this year.
Just interested in Grundy's approach then. He turned his back on the goals. He could have used that time working out where he wanted to start the foot. He got back, then he was rushed because he only had 5 seconds left to go. Don't turn your back on your goal. Do your homework walking backwards so that when you get back there, you are ready to go.
Yep.
Just a waste of time. Rich. Wide ball. Moore missed with the fist. It's Robinson there, had a second go, thanks to Bailey. Gee, really tight confines. Brilliantly done by side bottom to keep it alive. The knockdown to Goey. The little front centre magnificently. Stepped on the gas. Neat little ball. Cox has got to go back a little bit. Wasn't quite where he wanted it. Brown to bounce off the Leicester tackle. Let the ball go. Dacos there as well as the worry. Leicester does well. Applies the pressure. Picked up by Adams. High ball. But if Madgen is going to mark, I think it's going to come back. He has a little bit of a fumble. Lets McCarthy in. Now he hasn't got it. Sneaky little tap out. Crisp couldn't get there. Gee, that was a hard-fought ball for the Lions. Little one here to Robertson. Needs the handball out wide. Got to be someone oncoming. Now Archie mongrels it inside 50. Horrible, horrible, horrible kick.
So frantic football, and Quainer to Moore, who canters out and then just puts it to the wing. Bit of space now for Crisp. The foot race is on. Robinson does the chasing. Robinson can't keep up. Crisp sees his man, delivers to Myercheck.
It's the first time tonight where we've seen Darcy Moore being able to launch an attack and the meters gain, and why he's been so effective as a defender. Just back there, he was able to take, intercept, and then he kicks over lines because he runs with the ball, takes meterage and breaks the game up, and then it becomes a really easy forward 50 kick for the Collingwood player.
So Myercheck has one. Now two. Pies have got 9. It's a good story. Brodie Myercheck.
He's just a workhorse.
Yeah.
So impressive with that, just how much he works just for his teammates.
He is rock solid in that area, isn't he?
Yeah, I just love the fact that he works so hard to get to the Pies. And now that he's there, just seemingly making every post a winner.
And we've said how there's been an arm wrestle all night. Very rarely we've gone coast to coast with games with parts of play, but as you saw Moore there with that long raking kick, which we haven't seen too much of him. But then just when you see the Lions defenders running backwards, that's when you know you're in all sorts. And to pop up and find a bloke that big by himself, it just shows the work rate and how nice Collingwood moved the ball to get him available.
Myercheck and Cox in each of the 3 games, multiple goals each so far. So that's working well, that combination. Grundy, the little knockdown to Pendlebury here. They've got the game to win or lose here right now. Fullerton was there, taken away by Lyons, inches it inside 50. At the back there, trying to fly was McCarthy, but rough head at it, covered. Says to his teammates, let's steady a little. A minute 34 on the clock remaining in the third, and we don't want to concede another one as he goes short to Quainer.
You could see how disappointed Hipwood was with that kick in. Put it to advantage.
Just limited times where the ball's streaming down, and that you just want it to be that final kick. So important in the modern game.
So for all of Brisbane's dominance, Pies leading the third term by a point. 8 points at half-time. Myercheck trying to add to the 9-point lead. Kick on the left finds Leicester. Time for the Lions. Zorko. Out to Jared Lance. Crisp closes in. So Hipwood can roll onto the left. McCarthy's deep. Up against Madgen. Short ball. Is it too hot for Danaher? Moore knocks it to ground. Half forward. Still a chance to line. Zorko. It's a long ball. It's going to sail through for one behind. No score in the end, though.
Gee, that was a disappointing kick to Danaher. He had his man beaten on the lead.
He worked really hard and was a great lead and broke away from Moore. And Hipwood, who knows what it's like to be on the end of something that doesn't hit the target.
Created that separation. Here's a chance. Danaher on the left. The standing occasion. He's yanked it too much. So still 20 seconds left. Can Brisbane defend enough? That'll go out of bounds. No touch, so that's a free kick going the way of McCluggage. Within range, we tick down to 17 seconds. The umpire's going to throw it in.
Yeah, he ran out of the goal square, so the old fullback to get a start. Yeah, to get a stat, just get a touch.
Just pad the stat sheet.
But it's also smart in case you do a kick like that.
17 seconds. Clock starts. Grundy knocks it down. Lyons, clever little kick in the Cameron direction. And he's got a bit to do with Pendlebury to Quainer towards the boundary line.
Play on.
You think that's all she wrote for the third term? Collingwood came in leading by 8, and that's how they'll enter the last term unless there's a really quick little piece of action here. Grundy, Fullerton. 3/4 time at Marvel. Long Easter weekend ahead. Good game of football to start it. 9-5, 8-3. Pies hosting the Lions, leading by 8. And the Lions find a way. Will they head into the 4th round without a win? Find out on the other side.
I just wanna wish you well. I just wanna wish you.
Hello.
Manu takes to the dance floor. Will he be ready? Dancing with the Stars. All Stars. Sunday, April 11 on 7.
Here we go. Time for the CUB pot shot. Involves Charlie Cameron. Little wheel around the corner. Have a look at that. Stops, turns, kicks, goals. This mark later superb against Jeremy Howe. Not something you often do. Outmark the man that has outmarked just about everyone. And you look at the scoreline, 8-3-9-5 Lions, 8 points in arrears as they were at half-time. Big job to do. Not a lot of sides get from 0-3 to the top 4, and that's what the Lions would have been hoping to coming into this year. Game still on a nice edge. Just having a look at the Chris Mayne hit. So here's Charlie Cameron, goes over the top. Right arm is what does the damage as Mayne goes to ground, and we're just looking down on the ground now. Richie will give us an update. We saw Beau McCreary, the youngster from South Australia, warming up. He must be pretty close, and this is, I think, shots from during the quarter. So where are we now? Mayne is in the huddle, and he hasn't been ruled out yet, has he, Richo?
No, he hasn't, Hamish. There was a bit going on there at three-quarter time. Beau McCreary was warming up for most of the three-quarter time break, but towards the end of the break, Chris Mayne appeared back on the ground with the Collingwood doctor. The thumbs up was given to the Collingwood coaching staff, and he stays in the game, Chris Mayne. So Beau may have to wait until next week to actually take the field in his second game. But good news for Chris Mayne and Collingwood. What a game we have down here. A lot of hard work the Brisbane Lions did in that third quarter, but Collingwood had the answers. 8 points up, and the Lions staring at 0-3 with a trip up to Ballarat to play a pretty good Western Bulldogs side next week. So a lot riding on this game for Chris Fagan and his men.
I could see why Mayne was perhaps complaining. It looked like it got him on the neck more than anything. So he was insisting that it was not a head knock, but the umpire has the final, the doctor has the final call. Beautiful knockdown by Grundy to Adams. He heard the call, not 15, so Fullerton had to go straight away for Brisbane. Dynamite quarter coming up with us. Collingwood by just 8 points. Have looked just a little vulnerable here in this second half so far.
Even numbers at the stoppage there, Hodgie. The Lions are one-on-one now.
Grundy clearing the space on the right in that spot there. Couldn't get there in time. Adams makes amends, though. Goes back and get it. Cox needs to bring that to the ground. Marcus Adams could grab.
Birchall. Now Starcevic. So what can the Lions build early? Payne, halfback. McCluggage. He's running with Tyler Brown. Payne gains 15 metres or so. Big fly at the back from Cameron. Heard the umpire.
Stay out, John. John, come out. Stand.
What a big swing it is. Can the Lions jag a win, or do they turn 0-3? Quainer. Myercheck has it knocked away. Little chance for Tyler Brown. Runs into the brick wall of McCluggage. Adams works his way through. Hoskin Elliott, give and get. Now Adams had to get rid of the handball. Didn't find a pile. Lions knew exactly where Rich was. Zorko. He's got a bit of a battle on too. Suddenly Hoskin Elliott ends up with the football coming in his direction. Tumbles it forward. Birchall didn't take it cleanly. Myercheck runs into a tackle from Berry. Birchall grabs it before it hits the deck, and then Lions. Noble in the front spot, but again, just not clean. McCarthy, Rich fumbles too. Maynard, hot ball. Finally, clean hands. Underneath all of that is Adams.
Good call. It's a hot ball, isn't it? Every time someone gets it, they've got pressure right on them.
Adams says, come at me, because I'll place the ball down your throat like that. Hoskin Elliott dropped an absolute setter. Side bottom, kicks forward. Andrews marks.
That's just the perceived pressure. He thought he had more pressure on than what he really did. It's been one of those games.
Robinson, 3-on-1 there. Collingwood are going to win that every day of the week. To Goey. Pendlebury, sneaky handball to Howe. Gained an extra 15. And now the thumping long ball. It'll go all the way. It'll go all the way. Great kick. Jeremy Howe, some help on the line as well from his teammates. And a timely 14-point margin for the Pies.
It was probably just one of those kicks you didn't really need to risk. Kicking it to a 6-foot Starcevic, I think it was, who just couldn't quite compete there against a couple of Collingwood support players. And that turnover really hurt him.
You just see here, if you ever hear Scotty Pendlebury talking about the game and how he views it and how he sees it, he's just about doing the simple, basic things well all the time. And just that there, he just runs a little bit further, uses his numbers around the ball, which means that Howe has got the ball further, closer to goal, and he's able to then have a shot on goal and kick at it. Scotty Pendlebury's simple brilliance is... As we see a warning here for
6-6 against Brisbane.
3 of the last 4 to the Pies. Fullerton, Lyons moving the ball to half-forward. Ballenden. Howe quickly back to his feet. Moore somehow ended up with a Danaher set of knees in the back of his head.
Ballenden. Sorry, Jude. Sorry, Danaher. Sorry, I was thinking the wrong way. On the full down, sorry.
Gee, I thought
what for?
Contact under, below the knees.
Gee.
Wow.
Chance here for Hipwood. Needed to take that cleanly. Howe, terrific. Now to Crisp. Right boot towards the wing, leading the way. Myercheck. He and Harris Andrews have covered some territory. Over the top, side bottom. Birchall closes in. Now the Pies with a little momentum. Thomas pulls it inside to Goey. Front spot, well done, Adams. Got to be clean. Moved it towards McCarthy. Little give. McCluggage back towards the outer side. Robinson happy to bring it through the middle. Kick's got to be good. Moore, Danaher. Moore continues to roll. Danaher shoves him out of the way. Danaher ends up winning the battle. Pies fans not happy. Danaher just works the ball forward to the wing.
One of the things I think the game has done with the changes is means these battles, these one-on-one contests, that we're seeing more and more of them. And just Joey Danaher there and Darcy Moore just battling, and fantastic to watch.
Grundy, McCarthy got it away to McCluggage. Kick around the corner here to Danaher. Handball straight to his opponent in Moore, and they're away here, the Pies side bottom. Grundy. Nonchalant sort of handball, nevertheless effective to Brown. Didn't swallow a little bit of candy sold to McCluggage then. McCluggage ends up winning the footy, gives it to Adams. Adams just mongrels it along the ground forward. Good job by him. Rich, neat little ball out of a difficult situation. Finds Lyons. They can keep going. Zorko wanted it in the middle. Went sideways to Mitch Robinson. Robinson told to play on now. He gives a handball to Rich. Goes a low rifle. Ball to the forward 50. Hipwood was all of a sudden attacked by Jeremy Howe. Geez, come quickly at players tonight. He's had at least a half a dozen ripping tackles, Jeremy Howe. That was another double one. Side bottom, back to Howe. And Howe eases the ball out towards Grundy in the boundary line. And somehow Grundy kept it alive.
A look away from Howe. In the back pocket, terrific. Didn't get flustered. Found his man, and Grundy inside out kick down the line, but in Lyons' hands now. Chance for McCluggage to about 60. Over the top, going back Hipwood. Howe again in the air, got a little paw to it. Zorko overran it. Anxious moments for Pies fans, desperate times for the Lions. Maynard towards Main, who had a doubt over him at three-quarter time. Pendlebury swings it wide to side bottom. Clever to Grundy. Fullerton took too long. Tried to give it to Lyons in the end, and then the Pies are in the right spot. Pendlebury somehow to side bottom. In the end, Leicester sort of played the role of goalkeeper.
This pressure is outstanding. As soon as that ball goes into a pressured situation, there's numbers coming in from both teams, left, right and centre. There's been a few of those missed kicks from the Lions, which Hipwood could have taken one, and the next one just went over his head.
And you can sense that the players, even if they're not under pressure, it's so hot out there, and they're feeling it anyway, and they're making mistakes. It's a great game of footy.
And isn't it a better game when the players are feeling the endurance side of things just a little more than they would normally with the shorter quarters last year? Adams pulled back into the field of play by Grundy.
I think that saved him there.
Yeah.
Trying to fend him off. He's lucky.
Yeah, I thought he took the tackler on as well, Hodgie.
Grundy's tackling's been outstanding. Very physical tonight.
Brody and Tom, thank you.
So imagine they're wanting to get back on. Chris Fagan, Disco, property steward for Collingwood, getting a piece of camera as well.
Even things up at the stoppage there, Hodgie, haven't they? They've gone one-on-one the lines.
Neil, little end over end ball to Bailey, difficult. Danaher kicked it, Bailey got hold of it, handball, beautifully picked up by Zorko. That's on line, that's just to the left.
Going back to Joey Danaher down, he's done 3 or 4 things where he could have just done the easy one. There's a couple times where a teammate's run past, give a simple handball. You don't have to do anything miraculous every time you get the ball.
When the pressure's this high in this game, it's just the simple brilliance that is going to be effective, isn't it?
And it's rewarding your teammates for rocking up to your feet.
Imagine, helped out by Myercheck. The two work it out in the end. Just a couple of times, and it's a manic game of football, but Joe has thought that he needed to get rid of the football a little quicker. Mason Cox got a couple of lines to beat, charges at the football. Thinks about it, thought about Callum Brown, gave it off to Sai, who gave it to Callum Brown in the end. Now Dacos calls the players to charge at him. Long ball over the top. Thomas, Lester, Thomas, Adams, happy to see it over.
I thought Adams has been really good in this last quarter, particularly, Hodgie, just saving this Brisbane defence a few times with his physicality. I've seen Mason just...
What about big Mason Cox there with the ball?
Nate, that's Brisbane, blood roll.
He's coming
straight
off.
on.
Sensational stuff.
Yeah. See some
Claret
underneath the chin there.
He's done a fantastic job to get back. He missed all of last year with constant foot injuries.
Foot and heel, wasn't it?
Yes, yeah. So he's and then he came back. He's only played limited pre-season, but then as he came back in, he was best on in the first NEAFL game or the reserves game a few weeks ago. His aggression and being able to cut off and help out his teammates has been something where they had to bring him straight back in.
Given a good run, is he a walk-up start in the Brisbane defence, Hodgie?
If he keeps playing like he has, because he's got that one-on-one strong mark, and then he can help out his teammates.
So Cox to do the ruck work here. Just putting in front of Sire. Got it around the body pretty well, and Andrews.
I guess that big question, Darcy Gardner coming back either next week or the week after, so there's going to have to be a spare spot for him somewhere.
Rich. Lester.
Back 2 metres, back 2 metres.
What have the Lions got left? Been under pressure all night. Got the first through Danaher, but largely they've been on the back foot. Bit of a wait for Lions. Here's a chance to 45 over the top. Danaher, he's in good shape. Kicks the goal the Lions needed. 7 points the margin. Plenty of time on the clock.
You could see Buck's very frustrated there. It just showed a little bit of composure from the Lions blokes coming out of half back. I think it was Birchall hit the first one, and then Zorko was able to kick it long, and the body work from Jared Lyons on how he made sure he initiated the contact so Howe couldn't jump at it, and it was an easy goal for Danaher.
Three for Danaher for the night.
We just see here, Grant Birchall delivers into the middle, opens the game up, and there's that handball that breaks the line because it means that the ball is in motion and it's moving quickly. Lions then bodies up Howe and over the back, over the top for Joey. Great ball movement, but for that to be effective, that handball has to go so that the ball is still going through with speed in the middle of the ground, and that's why they get the shot on goal, is that handball that's given to Zorko.
Danaher looking revitalised with his move to Brisbane, and looks like he really wants to play. Looks like he's enjoying it as well, Archie. Kick was partially smothered. Ricochets to Crisp. Size kick was not so good. Birchall. Long handball here to Bailey. Thomas got him. Had the prior opportunity.
The intent from both teams to defend and tackle and to chase down has been hallmarks of good sides, and both these teams are good sides to watch, and you can see how competitive they both are.
Thomas to centre half forward. Cox there trying to make a contest of it, and he did well. Side bottom to Cox. There he goes with the fancy handwork again. Cox becoming famous for it. Lester just basketball style, holding it in the one mitt and just twirling it around us with ease. Is the big fella, Bellenden.
Ballin again, this time from Robinson. Rich ignored. Then Cox. He and Hip would go at the football. Bailey, little one over the top. Who runs onto it? Bit of speed from Berry. Hemmed in, not a lot of room to work with. Kick through the middle of the ground. Finds Robertson. Again, players running for the lines. This time Leicester to Rich. Onto his left. Hoskin Elliott gets there late. Kick gets towards the man they want. This time it's Berry. He's got one for the night. He's going to be just outside or on 50. Gives it off to a man who can kick the ball a long way. Rich goes all the way. 1 point game. Doesn't it feel like last week? Cats all night just throwing punches, the Lions withstanding it. You think they're going to knock them over in a minute. They'll get on top. They keep taking the punches, and late they're still up and believing.
We've talked about it. It's the hallmarks of a well-seasoned team that doesn't have to be playing brilliantly to still be in the game.
And this is just the build-up here. You can sort of see the mark from Berry, who realised he was probably on the verge of his distance, but then when you've got a bloke like Daniel Rich with that booming left foot, that's the kick he put it out towards Berry.
And they're so tired. There's no setting up of zones or getting forward of the ball or back or loose here, loose there. They're just playing footy instinctively. And it's just going from end to end. And it's full of pressure. And we're absolutely loving it. Footy's back. Grundy knocked down straight down the throat of Bailey, able to turn the 180, sends it forward, bound up, they fly, no winner. Moore off hands carefully to Maynard. He's a left footer, so that'll help him here. Beautiful kick under enormous pressure there from Maynard. Bad bounce for Brown. Mitch Robinson got it to Rich. He wants the left, works the handball back inside. Once again, Fullerton delivers, finds McCluggage.
Beautiful kick there from the ruckman, exactly where he wanted to go. May have come off the side of his foot.
I think he was looking about 20 metres to his left.
I do believe that was correct.
So McCluggage now.
Has he got the distance, Hodgie?
To put them in front.
Yep.
10 seconds.
He'll roll round onto his right, nice and composed.
First time other than the first couple of minutes of the game. McCluggage gets on 50. It's a little bit left and will miss in the end just a minor score. So scores are level with 9 3/4 to play.
And Brisbane have got a fair bit of run at the moment, and the interchange gets interesting now. Collingwood have used 70. Brisbane have double the interchanges left.
Thanks, Richos Adams. Little give to the last goal scorer in Rich. Tumbles the ball forward. How? Just backs himself every time, and why not when you can do that? Kick over the top. Tyler Brown and Robinson do battle. The youngster wins the day.
Shut up, Mitch. Let him up now.
Good mark, wasn't he? He's under pressure from Robinson.
Play on.
Kept his eyes on the ball.
Now De Goey and Grundy follow the ball. Pendlebury, little give was brilliant to Goey. So too was the spin. Handball went low. Missed Grundy. Ended up with it though. Adams swings it towards half forward. Desperate times for the Lions. Dacos onto his left. Ball bounces forward. Andrews in the right spot. He's got Cox coming from one side. Callum Brown the other. Holding the ball.
What about that Cox? Very quickly said to Pendlebury a dual kick.
You fend that one, but then the ball just falls out.
It was actually Cox's kick.
But it's a good tackle. Sometimes a tackle is just...
So what happened last week?
Actually, Cox's kick, I reckon.
Let's sort this out and we'll come back. Yep, that's fine. We stand there. 15 gone.
Absolutely should be Mason Cox's kick.
Wouldn't
the AFL be able to whisper to the umpires on this one? So you got the wrong guy. And now it's gone from Pendlebury to Brown.
Minor score only for Callum Brown. That's what they lead by. 8 to play. Lions trying to avoid going 0-3.
If I was Cox, I would have been putting up my hand.
He's such a good set shot.
He is such a good set shot.
I think both Cox and Brown sort of tackled at the same time, but I'm right with you, BT. I thought it was Cox's free kick.
So Rich Still 8 minutes to go. Not many interchanges left for the Pies. Going to be interesting, and they're going to be fatigued if they're not already. Side bottom quickly back inside 50. Leicester's got it all to do. Knock away by Brown. Picked up by Dacos. Right foot snap around the body. He's got it. Dacos has got it. Marvellous goal. Two goals apiece in the last quarter, and the Dacos family up.
Isn't that fantastic vision?
In the standard seats this week rather than the box.
How would people?
Collingwood by 7. And Dacos has done some very Dacos-like things in this game.
This kick long from Rich. He pulls the kick. He should sit it up, because as soon as you go that long angle, the ball's naturally going to come back towards where the ball come from. We all know what Dacos is going to do. We've seen it for years. We've spoken about a number of times tonight about what his old man did, but he's got almost as much talent and smarts around goals.
Oh, brilliant.
And he's only just starting his career. As you see the celebration there from the family.
That is outstanding, isn't it? Nick?
I thought he said his brother was a Carlton supporter growing up or something.
How good.
If your brother does that, you get excited.
How brilliant. A Howe Specky at one end, a Dacos Perler at the other. 7-point game. Lions under siege again. Neil tries to get rid of it, gets held in. Callum Brown, Scotty Pendlebury, and the Pies with a thirst for victory. The Lions, when you think of the numbers, it's not impossible to make the finals, but 0-3, 57 teams this century. 0-3 start. Only 6 have gone on to make the 8. De Goey back to side bottom. Mason Cox, Harris Andrews, boundary line has a win.
That's the thing now. The quarter's gone back to its normal length. The pressure isn't on as much. It's only 7 points of difference. There's still 7 minutes of football to go. So the Lions don't need to get pressured. They just need to stay composed. They've still got more rotations, as Richo said before, than Collingwood. Keep the rotations going and just keep composed with the footy.
It's funny, isn't it? The clock as Pendlebury tries to weave some magic. Grundy charges at the ball. So too Starcevic. He had it and lost it. Myercheck ends up with it ripped away by McCluggage. Tumbles the ball. Couple of Pies just the lone line, and Cameron Crisp has a bit to deal with. The youngster in a Robertson charges at him. Maynard, brilliantly done. To Brown, to side bottom. Happy to back himself. Takes on Robertson again. Berry. Zorko took the advantage and gave the ball back up.
That's that composure thing we're talking about. He had the hands to Charlie Cameron, or could just settle.
He did a good job initially because he was outnumbered, Robinson, but
mate, the pressure from those small Lions guys were outstanding, but this is football. AFL football, the pressure just makes those little turnovers.
6:30 to go. Collingwood by 7. Rough-headed half-back.
Leave it on. Play on.
Told to go. Down the line, high footy. Running out of interchanges at Collingwood. Adding another element to the game. Lions with a high up and under footy. Get under that and do what you can. Hipwood tried. Sire, a little bit of a fumble. Happy to find the boundary line. And we'll throw it in again. Look at the Brisbane players on the bench. They can't wait to get back on the ground.
Brady, Tom, thank you.
I feel like it's been a big difference since the Brisbane Lions have manned up every Collingwood player at these stoppages, Hodgie. It's sort of suffocated Collingwood's ability to move the ball out of there effectively.
Lions gets there first. Neil, Payne, over the top to Zorko. Picks his man, chooses Hipwood. He's got the length. Does he have the accuracy late in the game?
Jordan back.
Onto his left from 50. Half hits the ball. Still a chance for the Lions. There's 3 of them. Touch the call. Robinson had it. Got rid of it quickly. Madgen under pressure. Got side bottom. Sweeps the handball. Over the top to Crisp. Ball is okay only. Grundy knocks it down. Lions again have got the numbers. Fullerton in trouble. Grundy sits on him.
Did not dominate. Straight up. No. Stand up.
Good composure there from the umpire. Didn't get sucked in by that. This is what Grundy did before. He knocked it to 40, tried to take measures with the ground. He's done it again.
Sire. Composure as he was swung in the tackle. Crisp. Beautiful kick to Myercheck. Wanted to go. He's got Cox on the outside. He's going to swing in surely and go. There's the lead from De Goey. Boy, I wonder why he ignored that. Went high. Here's Cox. Got a little push there. Just, it was legal. It was okay. Adams, soccer off the ground was good. Didn't know where it was, Berry. Eventually got the kneel. He was clobbered in the tackle. Umpire calls play on. Running away on that occasion, Starcevic. Back there. High ball, Adams. Real high ball to the wing. Grundy knocks it towards the bench. And Lyons gets it over the top to Bailey. To Cameron. Cameron can run to 50. Takes a bounce. Lets it rip. High ball. Danaher's going to mark. He'll want to run around though. Danaher, he's kicked 3. Be ready for it. He could go at any time. It would be a very strange spot to run around from.
I thought it was a really important ball from Starcevic that he won here on the halfback flank. Just started the chain in the contest, and then a great kick from Cameron over the top to Joey.
So used to kicking around the corner, and this kick is forcing him to kick the drop punt straight over the man on the mark for his 4th goal. Looks easy and just pulled it a little and was a little nervy on it.
Yeah, it looked tight, didn't he? The ball dropped.
You want to see a full flowing Joe Danaher let rip from there.
It was such a good, important passage to play as well. The knock-on, the Starcevic play. For Joey to get that mark, he let up, which made Danaher come forward, and then he got the space out the back, which was just smart lead from him.
Big contest to win here. Every play just filled with urgency. Pendlebury to Brown to Dacos. Wider ball, Myercheck back to Noble. Short little ball to Maynard. Just the 1 goal. Grundy looking inside, nothing obvious. Wheels round, sends it inside 50. The tall timber, Andrews, Cox, Andrews, knocked down, side bottom. Tries to get round 1, handball, ends up in Lyons' hands. Lester missed his man, desperately coming through Crisp. De Goey, Neil, what a battle. Little throw in the side bottom direction. Starcevic wrapped up by Main. It spills and the Lions are still alive. Noble
comes out the back door, picked up by McCluggage. What a great tackle it was from Zorko before. Spills to Lions. They can go again. They've got to go. And that 50 metres. 50 metres is going to bring him 30 out, dead in front. 30 out, dead in front to level the game with under 3 minutes remaining. Massive kick coming up for a guy that doesn't really like to kick it that much.
Just so smart from Jared Lyons. He knew if he just held onto the ball just for that little second that he may get the defender to move.
Lyons lines up. 45-metre kick on the way. Gee, that's offline. Offline badly. Danaher kept it alive. Minor score in the end.
It's a huge ball by McCluggage to win it at the halfback line. Then the composure just to lower the eyes, hit that short.
And Dane Zorko, those 2 tackles, the knock on, excellent effort.
So who blinks first? 5-point game. Maynard thumps the ball. Grundy, Fullerton around his neck.
Collingwood holding.
Yeah.
Yeah, good call.
I thought so too, yeah. Could have even been paid high to Grundy as well.
John paid a 3 to... No, Brody Myercheck.
No, it's Grundy. Should be Grundy.
Yeah. Might have been both. I was looking at Grundy and Fullerton had him around the neck.
Yeah.
Moving on. Play on.
Friday night against the Cats, they fell short. Thursday night against the Pies, the Lions have got 2 minutes to find a goal. Can the Pies hold on? Roughhead. The pack forms. Adams in a front spot.
Adams plays on immediately to McCluggage. Pass will smother off the boot.
That's that composure. You take a mark. There's 2 minutes to go. You don't need to give that handball to put McCluggage under pressure. Pull back off the mark. Make sure that if Collingwood don't man up, you can actually pierce your way through the play.
I don't know whether those rotations are going to matter. How long? Do you know how many there are, Richo? Or
Well, Collingwood have got 1, so you can basically done, aren't you? And if you want to hold that in case there's an injury.
McCluggage, always risky to put him on and off at this time anyway. Noble gives the ball to Crisp. Got rid of it. Maynard knocks down. Brisbane can go forward. Here's McCarthy with a nice around the corner kick. High ball on the head there of Hipwood. Great mark taken by Roughhead. Sensational stuff from Roughhead.
Brisbane Lions, you've got to find a man. You can't just look around and be lazy. You've got to pick up a Collingwood player.
It's a difficult thing now, Hodges, and when your lungs are burning, you've got to find that extra little bit to go and find the opposition to try and give yourself a chance to win the ball back.
Contest in the air. Adams, Grundy, Fullerton. Chance for McCluggage. Takes it cleanly. Gives it off to Rich. A kick in hope. There's plenty of pies. Hiffel collides with a teammate. Danaher. Can he be the man late? Noble. Not quite. Maynard, hands and knees. Crisp. Close to the boundary. Comes back inside. Brown. Pendlebury. Big ball here. Which way does it bounce? Who wants it the most? Adams towards the boundary.
A really smart kick from Pendlebury. He saw that Harris Andrews was free further down the ground, and he just weighted it beautifully close enough to the boundary line.
One more metre to the boundary line would have been deliberate, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Tell you what, give Brodie Myercheck a massive pat on the back. That was huge to force that out by him.
Yep, well done, Richo. Well picked up. Here's Grundy again. So at the moment, Collingwood defending, but only takes one mistake from here. 5-point lead for the Pies. Leicester in defence. Got to find something in the middle. Little confused here. Here's their kicker, Birchall. That's not his best, but it works. Gee, should have marked Andrews. Doesn't matter. Spills out the back door there to Robertson. They can go forward. Lyons wanted it, didn't get it. Rich Robertson does. Gives it to the best kicker in the team. Here's the lead. And the mark is taken by Bailey. And Bailey's a sharpshooter. And the Collingwood box is nervous.
No.
Now he was meant to have the shot last week. It's 6 days late, I know, but here's the chance to win the game. The siren's going to sound. Siren's gone. After the siren for Bailey to kick the winning goal. They're 5 points down. Every boy dreams of this. Directly in front, he's got it. He's got it. Brisbane have won. Bailey's kicked the goal. The dream comes true.
And the Lions are alive.
Wow! What about that? They so desperately needed that. Richo, down to you.
Wow, folks, that is season defining, that, mate. That is a huge come-from-behind win.
It is, Richo, especially after last week to go down by such a narrow margin, and we played two really good sides in the last couple of weeks, and we had a young side out there tonight, so that'll go down in their folklore, I reckon, mate.
It will, mate. A bit of irony that Zach's the man there after last week.
Sorry.
Zach Bailey, the man having
yeah, Zach. Yeah, well, it is. When you think about it, you wouldn't be able to write a better script, would you? But and I'm sure he would have gone back and kicked it last week too. But anyway, brilliant game for the fans.
Yeah.
They would have loved it. Very proud of our players.
We should be. It was a difficult week. You're on your way to the airport to go home. You get turned around. You've been away from home. It wasn't planned. You've got to be very proud of that as well.
I am. You know, they're a gritty group. They have been for 5 years now, I reckon, and to fight their way from where they were 4 years ago to being a pretty honest footy team now. I'm excited for them, and they'll enjoy tonight.
We're confident, be honest, that he went back.
With Zach, he's one of those characters that doesn't get too nervous, funnily enough. He would have thought this was made for me, no, I'm not surprised.
Mate, well done. Go and enjoy it with your boys. Congratulations.
Nice. Cheers.
What about the relief on his face? And the first time they've won an after the siren game since, I think, Ash McGrath stuck that one
the
through.
Gabba.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Nathan Buckley, equally at the other end of the spectrum, disappointed in the result. I mean, his team played well at various stages, but pure relief and delight shown by Chris Fagan then, Joe.
Yeah, and I think that obviously it was a huge week for them, but he talked about being able to grind out and in that first half especially, they weren't playing that well, but they just found a way to keep themselves in the game, play contest to contest, working really hard, and eventually it turned for them and they took their chances.
Let's go down to Richo.
Zach, I want to be you right now, mate. Every kid dreams of doing that in an AFL game. How do you feel, bro?
Yeah, it's an amazing feeling. I mean, been unlucky last week with the finish, and to get the finish like that today was amazing.
What was going through your mind, mate? You heard the siren go.
Yeah,
well, you felt good.
I felt real good, but hearing the whole crowd, there was a lot of pressure, obviously, and I'm just glad I was able to put it through.
Did you actually hear the siren as you were?
No.
It's pretty loud.
Yeah, it was pretty loud. The Collingwood fans were really loud, and there was a fair bit of pressure, so yeah.
You could have had a shot last week after the siren, a week later. It's funny how footy works.
Yeah, that's it. That's footy coming for you.
What about the team, though, Zach? It was a huge win, wasn't it, in the context of your season?
Yeah, it was. The boys fought hard all day, and we were just got on top today. So yeah.
You're not going to sleep tonight?
Yeah, probably not.
Well done, mate. Congratulations.
Well done.
Well, what a difference a week makes. If you don't mind, that man there, Zach Bailey, was sitting in the goal square down at GMHBA Stadium going, give me the shot after the siren, I would have won the game. And here we are, listen, a week later, he gets the shot after the siren, 35-40 out, every kid's dream. Bang, straight through the middle. Look at him. Look at Big Brownie trying to be calm.
We have the ISO cam on Brown.
Keeping a lid on it.
Shot.
It was sensational too. And I tell you what, his teammates let him down a little bit too. A couple of missed set shots before Zach's, but he went back, one of the youngest players for the Lions, and he'd be leading their best and fairest, Zach Bailey. He's had a fantastic start to the year.
He was one of the few in that last quarter, particularly late in that last quarter, that actually showed the composure that was required. I mean, the Lions had opportunity after opportunity going forward, and you thought, oh, has the moment passed them by? Have they squandered too many chances? But well, nerves of steel.
It was a focus for the Lions during the week because they thought they lacked it. That's what shot them in the foot last week, their lack of composure in the last 5 minutes, Gaz. So I know the coaches have worked with the players on it this week. Finally, it comes through in the biggest moment.
Let's just stop and think about this. I just put this in the perspective of the year. They lose the game last week in the last seconds. They have to stay in Melbourne. They're playing Collingwood. They're staring down the barrel of a 0-3, if you don't mind. And if you were in any doubt how big it was, go back and look at Chris Fagan running onto the ground celebrating with his team in that interview after the game. This is, and for Collingwood fans who are at home, they'd be absolutely heartbroken and shattered. But right now, let's just focus on the fairy. And it is a fairy tale. The reversal of fortunes in the space of 6 days. Look at this. Have a look at this. Big Oscar McInerney in here. These boys can't believe what's going on.
This is the strength of being away together as a group. So the difference here between a win and a loss and the galvanising effect this is going to have on the Brisbane Lions, being away, staying together, travelling together, they're going to belt this one out.
Oh, it's going to be a special one, Joey. Danaher gets involved. He's had 3 goals. He's had his best return. Oh, there's going to be a lot to like about this, boys.
Fair single, I reckon, Gaz.
They're going to give it something special. There's a tear coming out of Brownie's eye. Oh, no, there's not. No, he's just got a bit of dust in it. But no, this is big. This is what footy's all about, boys. This is what makes it the greatest game. And, you know, you can play individual sport all you want and would take nothing away. But when you can sit into a circle like this after a game like that.
The bloke in the middle, too.